So, I want to explain to you exactly how we can help you double the conversion rate of the content that you are producing for your B2B agency clients. And the way we do that is through creating interactive calculators, quizzes, and B2B conversion tools in order to demonstrate value to the prospects of your marketing clients. These interactive tools are much more easier to understand, easier to assess value from, and easier to determine whether or not a B2B buying decision can be made. However, the fulfillment process is extremely complicated, and that's why we come in as a white label partner in order to help you achieve this goal. So, briefly, I just wanted to introduce myself. My name is Adi Iyer, and I am the founder of CTG Advisors. And we are basically a white label software development agency focusing on B2B lead magnets. And we create these lead magnets in order to drive higher conversion rates for your marketing clients. So, briefly, want to explain exactly what is the problem that we're going to help you solve. So, essentially, the premise behind what we do is that we help you reduce the amount of revenue that you're losing through not having the ability to create these sort of technical builds. So, for example, if clients want these interactive lead magnets, such as calculators, quizzes, and assessments, in order to improve the value proposition that they offer their own prospects, we make it easier for your team to fulfill and create these sorts of deliverables. Building these in-house requires knowledge of software expertise, hiring a QA team in order to validate the quality of the lead magnet you're producing. And freelancers are oftentimes pretty unreliable. It's hard to determine whether or not they're going to be always available, and staffing them off of Upwork is quite complicated. That's why we come in as a white label partner in order to create these sort of interactive lead magnets in order to drive higher value for your marketing clients and help drive higher conversions. So, if you're watching this, you probably got a lead magnet from me. An example, I did one for your business, explaining how you could use such a tool in order to convey value to your own prospects. And if you found value in that, what we do is we actually create these tools and allow you to send them to your own marketing clients and let them offer them to their own prospects. So it's a little bit of a layer going on here, but the intent is really to be an extra white label capability that you have on hand in order to do fulfillment and in order to create these sort of tools in order to improve the value proposition that you offer to your own marketing clients. So, want to go over exactly what clients want. So, what do clients want, right? That is the always the question that we always have. But what I've noticed, and I'm sure what you've noticed too over the past 2 to 3 years, is that there's been a bit of a dramatic shift in terms of client expectations, in terms of lead magnets, in terms of value offerings, and so forth. And the shift has been from that of a static PDF, a static ebook, to an interactive experience. So in the past, it used to be easier just to, create an ebook or create a PDF and say, hey, click on my ebook and, give me your email, and then you become a lead automatically, right? That tended to be the usual course of action. But nowadays, due to the prevalence of AI, the amount of AI generated content that can be produced, and so forth, there's been a bit of shift in mentality. People don't want to have that sort of textual content. It's, first of all, A, very complex to read, and B, quite frankly, no one wants to read a bunch of AI generated slop. So that's where actually offering interactive tools, calculators, so forth, in order to um, convey a value proposition becomes that much more valuable. So, a couple of examples of tools that clients would probably interact with are things such as ROI calculators, comparison tools, grading and audit tools, assessment and quiz tools. For example, quiz funnels, as you've seen, probably a lot of marketing agencies are using them nowadays, planning and configuration tools, and free utility tools. I'll provide a couple of examples of how this works in later slides. But basically, the premise that I'm trying to convey here is that this shift opens up new opportunities in terms of what you can offer to your marketing clients, provided you can get on board and you can offer these to your marketing clients in order to drive higher B2B conversion rates. And we basically serve as a white label fulfillment partner in order to reduce the technical expertise that your team requires in order to actually create such lead magnets. So, what exactly are we offering here? So, we're a white label partnership with your business. So, we're completely invisible. It's your agency branding only, and you own the client relationship. So, we don't interact with your client unless you want us to, but we basically stay behind the scenes and we create and do the fulfillment in terms of actually creating these sort of interactive tools. And we handle things such as the development work, the CRM integrations, we help make it web and mobile responsive, and we do it in a relatively short turnaround period. It depends on the complexity of the lead magnet you actually want created. And furthermore, what you get for each lead magnet is you get custom logic for your client's business. You get full agency branding, your own branding, email capture and CRM integration, analytics setup. For example, if you use Google Analytics, Pixel, so forth. Mobile responsive design, as we discussed earlier, and you get technical support from me, and you get unlimited revisions until approved. So these are built from scratch. There's no templates, and the goal here is to maximize the conversion rates of your B2B clients. So whatever conversion rate they're getting, our goal is to double that, and we guarantee that, or else you don't pay us a nickel. So moving on here, I just want to offer a couple examples of what exactly we can do and how this service arrangement would work. So let's say you're a marketing agency and you have a B2B SaaS client. What we can do is we can create a multi-step form collecting us current software costs from their prospects, the SaaS client's prospects. We can do a custom calculation showing a potential savings, personalized results page with a breakdown, email capture before showing results, and HubSpot integration for lead nurturing. So basically, we'll create that whole system, we'll give it to you, and you can go resell it to your client, your SaaS client, for a margin, and you can take the margin off the top, however your service arrangement works with them. So basically, in terms of a user experience, that SaaS client, whoever their prospects are, they enter the data, they see the ROI, they understand the ROI because there's a much more direct correlation because it's interactive, it's personalized, and if they're interested in seeing more details and specifics, they can enter their email and they get the detailed reports into their inbox. So we'll create this whole infrastructure for you and allow you to offer that to your clients. So another example here is an assessment tool. So for example, let's say you hire a growth agency and you work with B2B clients. What we can do is for your growth agency, we can create a 15-question diagnostic quiz, a scoring algorithm across 5 categories, personalized results with grade 1 through F, specific recommendations based off a score, and lead segmentation based on a maturity level. So this is your classic example of like a quiz funnel. So rather than you having to sit there and creating out this entire diagnostic quiz, we can do that for you at scale, and we can do that across your how many ever number of clients you have and what sort of deliverable they're shooting for. So basically, their prospects would take the quiz, they would get a lead score, and they would receive a tailored action plan based off of that. And this has been made much simpler to do nowadays due to the build capabilities of software of AI tools, lovable. So for the inner apps out there are incredible, and we can help you create this at scale in a much more simplified manner. So, what exactly is our value proposition, right? Why should you work with us? Why should you care? Number one is that you can win more clients. And the reason why we can help you in terms of doing that is because you'll stop losing deals to agencies who have technical capabilities. So, for example, if your clients have, in-house team in order to create these lead magnets, or you have an in-house team, or you're just relying on freelancers to do it, we can offer you a much more customized and standardized way of doing this that is a white label partnership rather than you going on Upwork and trying to source some freelancers in order to create such a funnel. We can increase project value in terms of, because of these technical capabilities, we can help you in terms of turning low value projects into much more higher value campaigns. We can take care of technical risk in terms of mitigating that, so that way you don't have to go and be messing around in terms of creating code in order to create these sort of tools and calculators and so forth. We'll handle that, and the CRM integrations and so forth, and finally recurring revenue. And in your perspective, what we can do is, since all your clients would presumably want new lead magnets, because maybe one lead magnet is not enough, or they want a different one to show a new sort of value proposition to their clients, we can help you in terms of continuously creating these and simplify your fulfillment process. So again, in terms of this, we are very clear that we offer that 2x response rate guarantee. So if you're not seeing, for example, your ability to win new clients due to doubling of the response rate, you can get your money back. It's a money back guarantee, and we stand by that. So I want to explain exactly how our partnership options work here. So number one is a project by project basis. So basically, this is what we recommend if you're just starting out with us. Again, you probably received your first calculator. Again, just a piece of free work I wanted to create to show you exactly what we do. But if you want these to start be created for your clients, it's a pay per project basis. It's a 1 to 2 week turnaround, and it's basically perfect for testing the partnership. So you're not getting results, your clients are not getting results. You don't pay us, but if they are getting results, then it's just a one-time fee. It's not like a monthly thing unless you want it to be, and basically it's just a low risk way of you to test this out, see how well we work, and so forth. A second one is a monthly capacity. Again, like I said, going back to the prior example, if you're working with multiple clients, they need multiple lead magnets and so forth, we can help simplify that fulfillment process, make it much easier, and make your life much simpler from a fulfillment basis. And we'll do this on a monthly basis. And third one is an exclusive partnership. If you want to work one-on-one with me and get some sort of strategic input in terms of lead magnet design, we can definitely talk about that as well. So again, I want to be very explicitly clear. We have a guarantee. Our guarantee is a 2x response rate or full refund, and we guarantee that our lead magnets will generate 2x of the response rate of your client's prior static content, and we'll track the performance for 90 days. We'll compare it to the baseline in terms of, for example, if your clients just use a PDF or so forth, and if we miss the target, it's a full refund for you. And if we do make the target, it's just a one-time performance fee. And then you can decide whether you want to work with us further. So you only pay for results. This is a results-driven business, and we will stand by our conversion rates. So again, I'm going to kind of be closing out here, but how it works is initially it's discovery and planning. You kind of brief us exactly on what